St. Brown sucking up to his new boss, said most fans don't know ball. They don't know ball, according to Amon-Ra St. Brown. We'll circle back to that in a bit. Time now for the Insta Trivia. Broncos quarterback Jarrett Stidham will be the 7th quarterback since 1950 to start his first game of the season in the playoffs. Blank was the last to do it. Again, Jarrett Stidham will become the 7th quarterback since 1950 to make his first start of a season in the postseason. Blank was the last to do it. That's the Insta Trivia. The answer, we'll get to it. We'll do it next. He'll flare, he'll fire, he'll hit the three. He loves the NBA. You love the NBA. We love it before games.
The guy that replaced Lamar Jackson, probably. What's on this? This is chicken sausage. Oh, just did the run. I did go to the dispensary. Thought I would drop $85 today, and I only dropped 40. So there's like extra cash in my pocket. Not normal. I think I'm packing $45. Two 20s and a 5. I don't carry cash very often. When I'm making my tobacco, I do like paying cash. I do. Not very often. So I gotta get these eggs into me, get the sausage into me, get the smokes into me, get the vapes into me, and get the beer into me, get the crazy talk coming through me. I'm watching interesting things today. It's so interesting, I think I can bootleg it. Let me tell you about this new channel I just found. Every top cost is this channel.
During World War II, soldiers...
297 subs. This channel called Top Cost. So I'm going to get a lesson in rifle manufacturing real quick.
Between 1939 and 1945, soldiers carried rifles manufactured across 6 continents, and each nation had a different manufacturing philosophy. This is the complete cost breakdown of every major rifle used in combat during World War II, and all converted to dollar basis for a fair comparison. We start our list with the Soviet rifles. The Mosin Nagant was the cheapest rifle of World War II. Designed in $1891, 50 years old by 1941. But the Soviet Union still manufactured 3.4 million during the war years alone. And the cost was only $3 to $4 per rifle.
$3 to $4?
At that time. There were lots of reasons
This
why
guy
it
knows
was
his
so
shit.
cheap. First of all, it was bolt action, and bolt action means simple mechanics. No complex gas systems, no precision
Welcome
tolerances,
to my show.
stamped and forged parts, minimal machining. Even the unskilled workers could manufacture Mosin Nagants. Manufacturing time was about 3 to 4 hours per rifle, and the rifle was reliable beyond question. In freezing Eastern Front conditions, the Mosin Nagant proved more dependable than any rifle. Soviet planners understood that 10 cheap rifles can beat one expensive rifle. So why spend $20 on an M1 Garand when you could spend $3 on a Mosin Nagant and arm 10 soldiers instead of one? Tokarev SVT-40. Soviet attempted to make a semi-automatic rifle, gas-operated with a 10-round magazine. The cost was about $6 to $8 at that time. More expensive than Mosin Nagant because complexity increased, but it was still cheaper than the American M1 Garand. But by 1943, Soviet discontinued production because even though the Tokarev was good, every ruble spent on it was a ruble not spent on Mosin Nagants. Mosin Nagant was clearly the better choice with a $3 to $4 price tag. So Soviets chose quantity and reliability over innovation. We move on to the German rifles. Kar 98K Mauser rifle. German choice was clearly precision. The Kar 98 costed $8 to $10 per rifle at that time. The Mauser design set the quality standard. Machined receiver, tight tolerances, individual parts fitted. Manufacturing time was about 6 to 8 hours per rifle, and also skilled workers required during the process. The rifle was reliable. It used the same round German army used for 50 years. By 1941, Germany couldn't afford quality anymore. Military spending billions on tanks and aircraft. Even though they became broke, the Kar 98 still remained standard. The rifle was good, but the main reason was actually the fact that the replacement cost exceeded retention cost. New designs would require factory retooling. So Germany had to keep manufacturing an expensive rifle designed in 1898 to equip an army fighting in 1940.
1898 Mauser cost $8.
G41 semi-automatic rifle. German attempted innovation.
That 1898 Mauser is like playing Nintendo offline in 2026 and thinking you're a competitive gamer because you put the word speed run in your Mega Man stream.
A semi-automatic with gas system. The cost was around $15 to $18 at that time. Manufacturing time was 10 to 12 hours per rifle. And then the problems emerged. Gas tube fouling, accuracy issues, maintenance difficulties. Soldiers complained constantly about it. Production number was only 150,000. It was limited because Germany couldn't effort it. Too expensive, too unreliable, and resources prioritized for Kar 98 and MP40S. By 1943, G41 phased out. G43 semi-automatic rifle. Walther improved the G41 with better design. Muzzle brake improved, dust cover improved, and the reliability was generally better. The cost was $14 to $17 at that time. Still expensive. Production number was 400,000. Germany still kept the Kar 98 as primary. G43 was only a supplement for firepower advantage. By war's end, German army still primarily Kar 98 armed. Semi-auto advantage didn't compensate for expense. And next is the American rifles. M1 Garand.
Hi, Wilson.
America chose reliability. M1 Garand cost $20 to $25 at that time. Semi-automatic and gas-operated. Only major power with semi-auto standard rifle. Americans spent 5 to 8 times more per rifle than Soviets because they actually cared about the manufacturing precision. Receiver
was a $20 rifle.
Gas system tolerance tight. Production time was around 5 to 7 hours per rifle, and skilled workers required for it. Total production was 5.4 million. M1 carbine, lighter rifle for support troops. Cost was $18 to $22 in that time. Semi-automatic but simpler than Garand. Delayed blowback instead of gas system. 6.1 million of them manufactured. So basically more carbines than Garands manufactured. The reason was obviously the tank crews, support troops, and paratroopers. Non-infantry needed firepower without full rifle weight, and the design solved that problem. Springfield M1903, older bolt-action rifle, designed in 1903. Marines preferred it for accuracy. The cost was $12 to $15, but declining production, no new tooling, just old machines kept running. By World War II, mostly training and reserve use. We move on to the British rifles. Lee Enfield No. 4, Mark I, British tradition. Designed in 1895 and 46 years old by World War II.
Using 46-year-old rifles that cost $10.
Still, the primary rifle through war's end. The cost was around $10 to $12 at that time. British standards were high, production time was 5 to 6 hours per rifle, and it also required skilled workers. British chose proven design over innovation. Cost was too much when you compare to the Soviets.
Top pistols
because
next.
British manufacturing standards were higher, quality control was strict, but reliability proven over 50 years of service. Lee Enfield Sniper variant. They basically put a scope on the Lee Enfield. The cost was $13 to $16, a little bit more expensive due to the scope. British snipers effective throughout war. Scope reliability was proven. Lee Enfield number 5, Mark 1.
I'm playing the pistol video next.
Warfare. Cost was $11 to $14 at that time. Retooling required. Economies of scale lost. But specialized role justified cost for Burma campaign operations. We move on to the Japanese rifles. Arisaka Type 38. It costed $6 to $8 at that time.
A $6
Designed
rifle?
in 1905 and 36 years old by World War II.
A 36-year-old rifle for $6.
Production number was around 3 million. Bolt action.
Well, it's a 100-year-old rifle
but the
now.
cartridge was weak, and it had some accuracy issues. Manufacturing time was about 4 to 5 hours, and even the unskilled labor possible.
That's good.
Japanese manufacturing cheaper than Western standards. Type 38 was longest major World War II rifle, but also underpowered. By 1941, design was obsolete, but they continued with it because replacement would cost billions of yen. Resources diverted to improved variant. 1939 design, stronger cartridge, better accuracy,
Chopstick
monopod
music.
under barrel, which is very unusual. The cost $7 to $9 at that time. More expensive than Type 38 because better manufacturing. But still cheap though. Production number was 2.4 million. They did not fully replace the Type 38.
So if they spent 2.4 million, they made 2.4 million of them. That means they spent, multiply that by $6, about 20 million on rifles in 1906.
Because the inventory was massive. Type 99 and Type 38 coexisted through war's end. Inefficient manufacturing, but replacement would cost more. And lastly, the Italian rifles.
Boo.
Carcano M, 1890.
Carcano.
Cheapest rifle after Mosin Nagant.
$4
Carcano
rifle.
costed $4 to $6 at that time. Designed in 1891 and 50 years old by World War
Old
II.
crap.
It had
1891, 50 years old? That's crazy.
a terrible reputation. Weak cartridge with some serious accuracy problems and reliability issues. Manufacturing was minimal. It was cheap, but also the value was poor. Italian military budgets was very limited. Every lira mattered, accepted poor reliability for lower cost. By 1943, Italy surrendered. Carcanos captured by Germany.
Carcano
Soldiers
killed
were unimpressed. Carcano M, 1938,
Kennedy.
improved variant. Shorter
From the
barrel
Books
and also
Repository.
costed $5 to $7. Better than M1891, but still weak to be honest.
You need a pistol price. On your Saturday night special.
Soldiers carried pistols manufactured across 6 continents, and each nation had a different manufacturing philosophy. This is the complete cost breakdown of every major pistol used in combat during World War II, and all converted to dollar basis.
In 8 minutes.
We start our list with the German pistols.
The German, the Luger, is $16.
P08. The Luger was designed in 1908. By
1908.
1941, it was 33 years old.
33 years old and
But Germany kept manufacturing it. Cost was $16 to $19
that's
at the
cheap.
time.
That's twice as much as some rifles.
And it's because the Luger's toggle lock mechanism required precision
Toggle
machining
lock.
that stamped steel couldn't achieve. Every part had to be fitted individually. A gunsmith required 4 years of training to manufacture Lugers properly. Manufacturing time was 8 to 12 hours per pistol. The Luger was reliable beyond question.
I wish I had
over
one.
1 million Lugers in total. But by 1941, Germany couldn't afford Lugers anymore. The military was spending billions on tanks and aircraft. Pistols were secondary, yet the Luger remained standard because the replacement cost exceeded retention cost. Officers who trained on Lugers wanted Lugers. New designs would require factory retooling.
All right,
Germany
then
had
get
to
it, stop
manufacture
talking about the
expensive
Luger.
pistol designed in 1908. Walther P38.
Walther
In 1938, Walther
P38,
designed a modern
$11.
with a cost of $11 to $13 at that time. 25% cheaper than the Luger because of the simpler mechanism and double action instead of
Double
single.
action.
Manufacturing time was 5 to 7 hours per pistol, 2 hours faster than Luger. Fewer parts meant simpler assembly, but adoption was slow. German officers resisted the change. The military was conservative.
Walther.
Lugers had 30 years of tradition, while the P38 was unproven. By 1945, both pistols were in service, but the economic reality was facing out that once you start producing Lugers, stopping costs more than continuing. Walther PPK. The
This video was the shit.
PPK was cheaper with a price of $8 to $10 at that time, but it was underpowered. It was too small for military standard. Officers preferred larger caliber, so the PPK was only remained civilian and police exclusive. The German secret police used them, and the PPK became famous as a spy weapon, I guess, after the Bond movie. But during World War II, it was only secondary. Mauser C96.
Them white boys had me on crystal meth.
But Germany still used thousands of them. It was
Mauser C96, $13.
which is very unique for that era. The cost was around $13 to $16 at the time. More
I can
expensive
afford
than
that.
P38, but cheaper than Luger. By 1944, production stopped. Existing stock exhausted. The Mauser had served for 50 years, which is not a bad
Good old
run.
Mauser.
Mauser HSC. The HSC was the third modern design, introduced 1938. But production was limited. Cost was $10 to $11 at the time. Same problem as PPK, weak cartridge. Officers rejected it, police and civilian use only. Germany couldn't consolidate pistol designs during wartime. By the war's end, Germany was still manufacturing 5 different pistol designs. Manufacturing nightmare, but replacement would have cost billions of dollars and months of factory retooling. Sunk cost economics dictated continued production of 5 designs instead of 1. We continue with the Soviet pistols. TT-33 Tokarev. It costed $8 to $11 in US dollars at the time. Half the price of the Luger. It's due to the simple blowback mechanism and stamped steel construction with minimal. Even the unskilled workers could manufacture it. Manufacturing time was literally 2 to 3 hours per pistol. That's 1/4 the time of a Luger. Soviet factories produced around 1.5 million of them. The strategy was simple.
The TT-33 Tokarev, $8 pistol.
Fast, effective. The Tokarev had a high velocity round. Penetration was excellent. Officers, tank crews, and pilots carried them. Cost was acceptable, reliability was acceptable, and manufacturing was fast. Soviet planners understood.
Oh, it's
10
Kipper the
cheap
man.
pistols beat 1 expensive pistol. Why spend $60
Answer my
on a Luger
question.
when you could spend $10 on a Tokarev and have money left over for ammunition? Nagant revolver. The Nagant was designed in 1895. 46 years old by World War II. Old stock remained. Reserve officers carried them. The cost was $5 to $7 at the time. Manufacturing was already done in 1895. The gun was extremely reliable, still in use in some countries even today. 100 years of service. The cost was irrelevant because it was already paid for. Let's move on to the American pistols.
American pistols. The M1911A1 for $20.
1911. America chose maximum stopping power.
Stopping
Cold-fired
power.
ACP. Heavy round, slow velocity, devastating effect. The cost was $20 to $25 per pistol at the time. Manufacturing took 4 to 6 hours. It was expensive because recoil spring system required precision, barrel fitting required precision, slide tolerances required precision, and quality control was extensive. Total production was around 2.7 million. The philosophy was so American. Reliability over speed. Officers wouldn't accept cheaper alternatives. The Colt pistol was proven, reliable, accurate and powerful. Cost was secondary to the capability. Colt Detective Special, limited military issue. Some police, some Office of Strategic Services used them. Special revolver.
Colt
small,
Detective Special, 12
but not
bucks.
standard military and minimal production. We move on to the British pistols. Webley revolver.
Boo,
British tradition.
Webley,
Designed in
Webley, your
1887
revolver's
and adopted
trash.
in 1991 and still in service in 1941. Precision revolver manufacturing. Tight tolerances. Cylinder fitting complex, hammer and trigger mechanism required
Boo,
expertise.
British
The cost was
pistols.
$13 to $18 at that time. Expensive for a revolver. But the Webley was legendary. Officers trusted it. Reliability was proven.
1861
Britain continued
Colt,
production.
okay.
Replacement would cost millions of dollars and years
Drop
of
your
retooling.
opinions in
Military
chat.
conservatism met economic reality. You got to keep what works. Browning high power. Modern design in 1935. Adopted by Britain. in
You're
late
exactly right,
1949.
Clive Harper. I'm a
Large
washed up,
capacity,
never have been.
14-round magazine. semi-automatic. But production was limited. German production supplied occupation forces. British manufacture was minimal. Replacement production would take months. By then, existing Webley stock was sufficient. The high power was superior design, but economic reality meant limited adoption. Next is the Italian pistols. Beretta, 1934. Italian cost consciousness.
Beretta.
It was so cheap to manufacture with a manufacturing time of 2 to 3 hours. Cost was $5 to $7 at that time. Decision was so economic, weak cartridge.
We're gonna do
cheap
Canadian
production.
vehicle price
Italian
tags
military
next.
budgets were limited. Every lira mattered, accepted less stopping power for lower manufacturing cost. Officers complained, but complaints didn't change military budgets. Captured rifles by Germans and used as Pistole 39T. German soldiers weren't impressed. Underpowered round, but the free captures meant German adoption. And lastly, the Japanese pistols. Nambu Type 14. Japanese pride overcame economic sense.
I'm going to switch
The
over
Nambu
to a French airplane price analysis, which is totally different. Maybe it's you get the chat's getting too excited talking about all these guns, you know. Let's talk about airplane prices.
You've got to tell your people.
Hey, I just switched to Visible, unlimited data, $25 a month. What? You should join. Oh, I'm down.
Oh, I got an ad for
You should join Visible.
Visible.
It's only $25 a month. Look.
It's only $25.
In this video, we're examining the cost of every major French aircraft that saw combat during World War II. And I apologize in advance for my beautiful pronunciation.
You are beautiful.
French. Let's begin with the Morane-Saulnier MS-406. It was France's most
watching
numerous
Top
fighter,
Cost
and they built
channel.
1,037 of them, with a cost of $22,500 to $25,000 each. So equivalent to $445,000 to $495,000 in 2025's currency. Powered by an 860 horsepower
That's expensive
Hispano-Suiza
for a
engine
plane.
with one 20mm cannon and 2 machine guns.
That's expensive.
When Germany invaded in May 1940, 229 were operational. French pilots claimed 269 confirmed victories. Bloch MB 152. 482 aircraft built at $24,000 to $26,500 each in 1940. So $475,000
Oh no, I missed the radio
to
scores at midnight.
$525,000 today. Pilots claimed 156 enemy aircraft destroyed. Production delays meant only 2 groups were combat ready when fighting started. D-Woitin D-520. 437
32
constructed
ounces.
by June 1940, costing $24,000
Two
to
16
$26,000
And
each, equivalent to
Lick my oil,
$475,000 to
yeah, you finished it. You finished
$515,000
the thought.
in 2025's currency. Only 351
Bro, I
were
didn't say
formally
lol.
delivered.
Yeah,
It was
it said
France's
lol.
best fighter. Groupe de Chasse claimed 55 confirmed
You're
kills,
having fun?
and
You think
19
this
probable
is
during the Battle of
fun?
France. Only one French fighter group was fully equipped when invasion began. Curtiss Hawk 75. It was an American fighter costing $18,000 to $22,000 per unit in 1940, or $355,000 to $435,000 in 2025's currency. About 230 delivered to France. Faster and more maneuverable than the MS-406. H-75 pilots achieved impressive kill ratios,
Oh, you
but
gotta
it
go,
arrived too
go.
late to influence the battle. Bloch MB 151. 140 aircraft built at $23,000 to $25,000 each in 1940,
Pop, stop.
equivalent to $455,000 to $495,000
Daddy, stop.
today. Predecessor to the MB 152.
No,
armed
Dad.
with 220
No,
carriers
Dad.
and 2 machine guns. Equipped several squadrons, but was overshadowed by the improved MB 152. Bloch MB 155. Improved variant with extended range, costing $25,000 to $27,000.
You know what, it's interesting, but I can't multitask, listen to that, and read chat. That's the channel I've just found called Top Cost. What do you think? Top Cost? Drop a Top Cost in chat. Where's my... I'm now pouring off my end of my beer. I'm counting my likes. I see I got 2 likes. Maybe I just went up 1 sub. I don't know. Give you a break. Give you a break. I just went up 4 in the last 20. Give you a break. A great catastrophe is going to wipe out San Francisco. Okay, if half as many people show up as they did last Super Bowl, and you can't walk, Market Street is extremely packed. I'm scared. Because everything's closed. There's no, I mean, I think you have to bring in extra Pepsi, fucking extra. Is Pepsi going to be probably giving away free Pepsi on Market Street? Just because everything is so closed, you better bring your own Pepsi. And this shit is sponsored by Pepsi. You'll be looking for a place to buy a Pepsi, and I tell you, nothing here is open. And our singular shelves, our shelves are going to be look like a Russian. It's going to look like Russia up here. Better save my can of beans for the Super Bowl. So I guess I'm already 15 ounces into my 32. Cheers. I think I was having fun with the guy in Chapel. Now the fun ended. Trump did stuff today. They say. Oh no, there's a pursuit crash. KTLA.
Breaking news now at 11. A police pursuit turns deadly in Placentia. Good evening, I'm Cher Count.
That's one big mess on the street.
At least one person is dead in that crash that involved 3 vehicles.
Gil Lavis overhead in Sky 5.
We all have that one-day idea. Bring yours to life online with a website from Hostinger. Join more than 4 million people who trust Hostinger to help them turn one day into day one. Hostinger, 3, 2, online.
Carjacking spree.
My people have seen enough of war and death. War with the Saxon is coming.
To a future of peace.
The Pendragon Cycle. Rise of the Merlin. Now streaming. Only on Daily Wire Plus.
Right now we are on St. James Street and San Pedro Street, very close to where this all ended at Julian and 87. You can still see a significant police presence here tonight. This is an area that's very busy with traffic, especially during those peak commute times. This area
White
is
washed.
where the
I like your
suspect was
comment. I'm
involved
gonna
in a
read it
shootout with
a
police.
bunch of times.
Tonight, several officers seen inside this Chevrolet dealership on Capitol Expressway in San Jose. An employee confirms this is where today...
Tonight, an investigation is underway after a carjacking suspect was killed and a San Jose police officer was hurt in a chase in several cities.
Get well
Police say
soon.
It started in San Jose when the suspect stole a car and was followed to Hollister. Police say that's where he carjacked another car and drove back to San Jose. The chase ended in downtown San Jose, where police say the man allegedly tried to steal a squad car, but ran away as officers opened fire. Police say he was run over by a squad car, but did not confirm exactly how he died.
That suspect collided with a vehicle, where the suspect then exited the vehicle, engaged officers in gunfire, prompting an officer-involved shooting. Suspect...
We start with the Panzer I, Germany's first mass-produced tank, introduced in 1935. This light tank weighed just 5.4 tons and mounted only a 7.92 millimeter machine gun. Costed 82,500 Reichsmarks.
5 tons is not very big for a tank, okay? 5 tons? The high school football team could probably move it.
and it's approximately 32,000 US dollars at 1939 rates. 1,445 units built during the war. But why so cheap?
Why is it so
Because
cheap?
of the simple design, thin armor, and minimal firepower. It was a training tank more than a combat tank. By 1940, it was already outdated, but Germany needed numbers, and the Panzer I delivered exactly that: cheap, mobile, and available in quantity. Next is the Panzer II, a slight upgrade from its predecessor, slightly bigger at 8.9 tons, and it added a 20mm cannon with a better armor and more speed. It costs around 115,000 Reichsmarks, so approximately 44,000 US dollars. 1,559 units of this tank were produced during the era, and it's still cheap compared to what's coming next. The Panzer II was supposed to be Germany's main tank through the late 1930s, but in reality it was obsolete by 1941. It was fast, but unfortunately not powerful. The 20mm cannon was underwhelming against heavier armor. Germany learned this lesson in France, and they needed something bigger. The next one is Panzer III. At 19.7 tons, it was a real medium tank. With a 37mm cannon, it had some actual firepower with a better armor protection, and also faster. It costed 96,263 Reichsmarks, so approximately 37,000 US dollars. The most produced German tank of the war, with a production number of 5,774. Wait, cheaper than the Panzer II? Why? It's because of the production efficiency. Once you're tooled up for larger scale production, unit costs actually drop. The Panzer III became Germany's workhorse. By 1941, the 37mm gun was already struggling, so they upgraded to 50mm, then 75mm variants. Even with upgrades, the Panzer III remained the backbone of the Wehrmacht's armor for years. Reliable, adaptable, affordable. That's why they made 5,774 of them. Next is the Panzer IV, the tank that defined German armored warfare. 25 tons, longer gun, thicker armor, better designed with a cost of 103,462 Reichsmarks, so approximately 40,000 US dollars. With a production of 8,553 units, it's Germany's most produced tank ever. Only slightly more expensive than the Panzer III, despite being significantly more capable. But why? By mid-war, German factories were optimized for medium tank production. The Panzer IV became the standard tank you saw everywhere on every front. It could be upgraded. It was reliable. It could mount bigger guns as enemy armor got thicker. The Panzer IV-H variant costed 103,462 Reichsmarks. By 1944, with inflation and wartime production costs, that number would have been higher. But the point is, for the performance, the IV was relatively economical. Germany made 8,553 of them for a reason. It was affordable enough to produce in massive numbers while still being effective enough to fight. Now we move to the heavy hitters, the Panther. 45 tons, with a 75mm gun and some serious penetrating power. Sloped armor, revolutionary design, with a cost of 117,100 Reichsmarks, so approximately 45,000 US dollars, but late war estimates go higher, around 140,000 Reichsmarks. 4,994 units were produced during the war. The Panther cost nearly 50% more than a Panzer IV, but it was also a superior tank in almost every way. Better armor, better gun, better mobility for its weight. But here's the problem. The Panther was expensive and complicated. It required more materials, more machining, more skilled labor. Germany could afford to make 8,553 Panzers, but only 4,994 Panzers.
More!
The Nobel Prize winning ideas.
You know, I want the Nobel Prize. I'm gonna win the Nobel Prize. I promise. Because I'll give it to myself.
You could not fail.
After I complete it.
Cadillac certified service
I'm currently earning the Peace Prize. Because right now I'm at peace.
Take advantage of seasonal offers
So I must
from Cadillac
have
certified
the
service.
prize.
The ones who know your vehicle best.
That difference in numbers mattered. As you know from history, in a war of attrition, quantity sometimes beats quality. The Panther was arguably the best all-around medium tank of the war,
in English.
but it came at a premium price that Germany increasingly couldn't afford. Next one is the Tiger one, the Legend, the tank that terrified Allied soldiers. 56 tons of pure armor and firepower, 88mm gun, one of the deadliest anti-tank weapons of the war. With a cost of 250,800 Reichsmarks, so approximately 96,000 US dollars. Production of 1,347 units. The Tiger cost nearly 2.5 times what a Panzer IV cost. For that money, you got superior armor, a superior gun, and a reputation that preceded it onto every battlefield. But here's the economics. Germany could make 3 Panzer IVs for the cost of 1 Tiger, which is more valuable in total firepower. The Soviets produced over 60,000 T-34s. Numerically, the Germans lost. But tactically, the Tiger one was devastating
you have to
in the right
understand.
situations.
The T-34 was designed to have a radio, and they made about 32,000 without radios. And then they didn't have radios. They were like, we can make it still looks like a whole tank with no.
So approximately around 150,000 US dollars. Production of only 492 units. The Tiger II was so expensive. The materials cost alone was staggering. The machining complexity was immense, and German industry was collapsing by the time significant numbers could be built. For 300,000 Reichsmarks, Germany could build 3 Panthers, or 3 Tigers, or 6 Panzer IVs, but they built 492 Tiger IIs. Why? Because they had to. By 1944, lighter tanks couldn't compete with Soviet heavy tanks anymore. The Tiger II was overkill, but it was necessary overkill. It was also a symptom of German desperation, throwing massive resources at individual tanks instead of maintaining the production pipeline for cheaper, more numerous vehicles. Germany also produced the Jagd Panther, with an 88mm gun on a Panther chassis. It has a cost around 142,000 Reichsmarks, 415 ever built. The Jagd Tiger, 128mm gun. Monster tank destroyer, cost over 250,000 Reichsmarks, only 70 ever built. The Ferdinand heavily armoured tank destroyer, 90,000 plus Reichsmarks, with a 90 units. These were all incredibly expensive, all produced in tiny numbers, all desperate attempts to compensate for Germany's loss of air superiority and numerical inferiority. So, what's the lesson here? Germany's tank strategy was economical early on, cheap, numerous tanks like the Panzer III and IV. But as the war progressed and they fell behind in production, they pivoted to expensive, powerful individual tanks, such as Tigers, Jagd Tigers, Panthers. And in a total war, you can't win with better. You need also more numbers. That's the true cost of German ambition. Not just the money, but the lost opportunity to field more vehicles, more crews, more firepower across the entire front. What should be the next video about? If you share your thoughts about the video in the comments, I will do my best to improve next time. See you soon. America built some of the most prolific tanks in World War II. Maybe not the flashiest, maybe not always the most powerful, but definitely the most numerous. And that came with a price tag that tells a completely different story than Germany's approach. Let's break down what the US actually spent to arm their armoured forces. We start with the M3 Lee. This was America's first mass-produced medium tank, introduced in 1941, when the country was still ramping up for total war. The design was unconventional. The 75mm gun was mounted in the hull, not the turret. The 37mm was in the turret. It looked like someone stacked 2 tanks on top of each other. And it costed about $120,000 per unit in 1942 dollars, which is roughly $2 million in today's money. But here's what matters. The US built 6,258 of these tanks during the war. That's a total production cost of approximately $748 million at the time. Adjusted for inflation to 2025, that's about $12.7 billion spent on Lee tanks alone. Imagine that. Over $12 billion in modern money, just on a tank everyone knew was already becoming obsolete. The British called them General Lee and General Grant, depending on the turret type. They loved them at first in North Africa. because they had firepower nothing the British possessed could match. The 75mm gun was revolutionary, but the tall silhouette, the hull-mounted gun that couldn't traverse properly, the riveted armour that would shatter into deadly fragments when hit. These problems became apparent fast. By 1943, the Lee was done. It was replaced by the Sherman. But those 6,258 units had already been paid for, shipped across the Atlantic, and committed to battle. The US had learned an expensive lesson about committing to designs too quickly. But they had numbers. And numbers, it turned out, mattered more than perfection. Now the M4 Sherman. This is where the real story happens. This tank defined American armoured warfare, and the numbers prove it. The Sherman cost approximately $33,000 per unit when production started in 1942. That's roughly $560,000 in $25. Cheaper than the Lee, more reliable, and also better designed. But the production numbers are what's staggering.
Oh, you got me!
49,000 Shermans rolled off American assembly lines between 1942 and 1945. United States produced 49,000 of them. That's a total production cost of approximately $1.6 billion during the war era. Adjusted for inflation, that's roughly $26 billion in modern money. The entire Sherman program cost what a single modern naval carrier costs today. And America built multiple versions. The M4, M4A1, M4A2, M4A3, and M4A4. Different engines, different armour configurations, different guns as the war progressed. Every variant was counted in that 49,000. But why so many? Because the Sherman was the answer to an impossible problem. Germany had better tanks. The Tiger Wang, the Panther, the Tiger II. Individually, they were superior. But America didn't need to build one perfect tank. America needed to build enough tanks to overwhelm through sheer numbers. And the Sherman was reliable enough, good enough, and producible enough to make that strategy work. The Sherman wasn't loved by its crews. It caught fire easily. They called it the Ronson because it lights every time. German tankers feared the Tiger. American tankers feared the Sherman catching fire. But here's the thing. When 5 Shermans showed up and 3 Tigers showed up, the Americans won the engagement. Not because the Shermans were better, because there were more of them. And they kept coming. By 1944, the Sherman mounted a 76mm gun instead of the original 75mm. By late 1944, some got 105mm howitzers. The design was flexible enough to adapt as enemies got tougher, and production never stopped. Even as the Allies advanced into Germany, Shermans were rolling off the line, 50,000 of them, the single most produced tank by any nation during the war. The math is brutal. Spend $26 billion on 49,000 tanks. That's a strategy. That's industrial capacity. That's saying we're not going to out-engineer you, but we're going to out-produce you until you can't fight anymore. And it worked. And finally, the M26 Pershing. This is the tank that arrived too late and also cost too much. Introduced in 1945, the Pershing represented everything America learned about tank warfare. It had serious armour and a powerful 90mm gun. That's some real firepower to match German heavyweights. And it costed $81,324 per unit, which translates to approximately $1.38 million in 2025 dollars. But production was minimal. Only 2,212 Pershings were built during and immediately after the war. Total production cost, approximately $179 million at the time, or roughly $3.05 billion in modern money. Compare that to the Sherman program. For the cost of...
Rush Hour 3 was my first movie.
America could have built over
the first movie I was acting in.
Pershings saw combat in Europe before Germany surrendered. 20 out of 2,212 built. They arrived in January 1945 in
Beat
Antwerp.
spin.
The war in Europe ended 4 months later.
You can't afford
What
meat.
about the Pacific War? The Pershing arrived
Just
too
beat
late there
spin.
too. A few dozen showed up
Who
at
can
Okinawa
afford meat,
just
bro?
as the fighting ended.
Come on.
The Pershing was the right
You
tank
beat
at the
your
right
spin
time.
like it
By the
owes
time
you
America had figured out how to
money.
build a tank that could match the Tiger and Panther. The war was essentially over. The design was revolutionary. The timing was tragic. But here's what matters historically. The Pershing cost 3 times what a Sherman cost to produce. It was harder to build. It needed more resources, more skilled labor, more rare materials. The US economy could absorb building 49,000 Shermans, but scaling up to build 49,000 Pershings. That would have required completely retooling American.
Every time they say Pershing,
there wasn't time.
With me,
so America made a strategic choice.
You go to Pershing Square, that's downtown Los Angeles. And it's a place people sit at lunchtime. So that you feel sweet love to yourself. What if Dave Blunt's was singing about jacking off, but he can't reach his dick? Yeah! Yeah! From Liverpool, dude. Dude, I'm from Los Angeles. You ain't got. I'm from the desert, like Luke Skywalker. Okay, I didn't repair droids. I recycle aluminum cans. Okay, I could take 30 pounds of cans and get a new Nintendo game. That's what I used to do when I was your age. What about you? What about you? Fuck wrong with you? That's what they say. I stole my logo from the 82nd Airborne Division. I was like, fuck it, I'll take that. Straight jacked. That's the jack move. That's what I call my finisher in WCW. NWO Revenge on my custom wrestler. And if you pop in, you're from Afghanistan and build a Kalashnikov out of a tree limb. Well, when I was in Afghanistan, the Romanians let me play with their Kalashnikov. I'm smoking that North Carolina Montego pack. Salam, salam, salam. What are you smoking? Let me count my likes. How many likes do you think this episode has? It was 2. It was at 2. Now it says
This episode has
3.
It was at 2.
But it should say 4 any second now. Right? It should say 4 any second now. Some long ass start that, bro. Well, I only buy 100s. You see it? It says 100s, 100s, red 100s. I mean, I only buy 100s. Why the hell? It's the same price. Even shrinkflation. I'll tell you one thing. In this economy, my cigarette is still the same size. You all getting ripped off. Cigarette's the only thing worth paying for. I love the taste of gas, but I haven't had it in so long. The Taliban, I saw the Taliban. We were capturing them every day. They used to come off the helicopters with bags on their head. I seen some Taliban escape, but they had a bag on their head and they didn't know that nobody was even chasing them. And the dude was running in the right direction already. They were like, everybody was laughing. Ah, look at this one getting away. He was going. Back in the day. Check out my swag filter. Just want to block that Prism logo at the bottom of the screen, which is a real bastard. You see, I'm a real hard ass. I'm a real hard ass. I expect you to do everything that I did. I've got 900. I'm packing $986 in my bank. Should I put it down, all down on the Broncos? Yeah, finally a gay stream. You can watch me. You'll be surprised by there's never another dude in my life. You'll be like, oh, whoa, this guy is as gay as King Cobra. But you never see a King Cobra with another man. You just keep thinking there's a man there. I'm soft as medicated cotton. As soon as my beer's gone, I'll panic and end the show. Okay? Don't make me drink heavy. Okay, make my drink last, guys. You're trying to figure out if I, as a dude, am an asshat, a tool bag, or a tosser, or maybe just a ass clown? Definitely a clown. Absolutely clown. But don't tell anybody. In World of Warships, my boat is called Bartar Clown. Yeah, I'm exposed. I joined the Navy, and I'm Captain Bartar Clown. That's right. Bartar Clown is my world of. I'm the Bartar Clown. There's only a few World of Warship episodes on my show, but I used to play it and stream it 9 years ago. Hey, what's your name in the video game? First person to tell me their name in the video game gets a shout out. I'm going to shout your name out. I'll tell you all my names. Back in 1999 on America Online, they called me Super Jump Man. Then in Halo 1, I was like School. In World of Warcraft 2005, my name was Gades. I was the original Gades orc. I had gay and I have AIDS. You forgot. You're supposed to keep saying gay, but you're not, you don't even type AIDS, you know? I'm gay AIDS, but I'm gay AIDS. Okay. That was the name of my shaman name in 2005 in February during the Maradan patch, World of Warcraft 3.5 or maybe even 3.0. Right during Dire Maul, man, that's some old, long time ago in Vanilla WoW. My shaman, his name was Gades. Eagles won that. Eagles beat Brady. And they beat him clean. Brady never complains about that. The Patriots and the Eagles are the same foundational, symbol, whatever. Eagles beat Brady. So what else do they have to prove? What else can they prove? It's the Bengals who never played Brady in the era. When I was in Cincinnati, okay, Tom Brady came to town and the Patriots lost. I was there in Cincinnati when the Bengals beat Tom Brady. And Aaron Rodgers came. We beat him too. Okay? So it's up to you to get your win over Tom. I've been there. I've seen Tom lose his games. So I live streamed his Eagles Patriots Super Bowl, and I rooted against him, and I beat him. Most of y'all people were begging to commentate over a Brady Super Bowl. You'll never do it. The modern NFL shoutcaster like Brandon Perma or Tom Grossi, Scooter Magruder, they'll never get to yap their mouth over a Tom Brady Super Bowl. You gotta understand. I'm so deep into the NFL content. I have content starts before I have my content is older than their content. I started NFL content on 2015. And I even posted Super Bowl 50 videos from San Francisco. So, and I have 11 Super Bowls in a row in San Francisco. You can talk about one. Or you're waiting to see the next one. The beer should be gone. The beer should be empty, but it's not. Now it will be at the 56-minute mark. We already hit 100 views. Subs didn't go up or down. Likes is stuck at 3. I told you press fucking like. Okay, now I see it's at 5. Pig. Making those noises can hurt your throat, but we nailed a triple honk. Don't honk too hard. I don't snore. I did hear myself. I heard myself snore this year. I snored once or twice this year, and I quickly adjusted. Like, my brain will not let me snore twice. If I hear that snoring, I immediately, I see you crazy pig. Calm down. Calm down, Farmer John. Crazy pig. Why is it gotta taste so good? So they keep some guy came in here and said Patriots Eagles Super Bowl. I'm like, how do I react? No, Eagles are eliminated. We beat them. San Francisco, we beat them. Didn't they fire their coach? Eagles can suck my balls, and the Eagles fucking suck. You want meat spin? Here we go, meat spin. Crazy Pig is a restaurant in Louisiana. Did you eat there? Because I didn't. Price gouging or inflation? Eat free at church? Okay, please. Or you ask me about how to find the church. Well, my friend, I know where the church is, and I go to the church. They got Jesus up on the wall, bro, and they give out free food. So you don't have to. You can just use your eyes and get through the. It's like a little dungeon called Moe's Kitchen in the basement. There's an elevator if you're that needy. If you're truly that needy, you can take the elevator. I don't think I've ever seen... I think if you qualify for the elevator, you can eat on the first floor, which is... I'm not a first floor type of guy. That's only seniors go... If you're 60 years old... I'm still in my 40s at 49.8. I hit 50 with a lopsided beard. With a lopsided beard, I hit 50. Next month, I can cut all that off right there. If I cut all that off, my beard will be even. But I should Steiner it up, right? Put get the black spot right in the middle. I think people appreciate solid. People can appreciate my beard, even though I don't necessarily. I'm still just growing it. Last time I got laid, I did shave. I had nothing on my chin last time. I was pushing into that rotisserie chicken. It was dark meat. David Tennant. Who is David Tennant? No, I don't know who that is. But I'm checking now. So he will walk 5,000 miles. 5,000. Kylie Jenner at BAF. He's a guy. This guy. Every actor in Hollywood thinks of themselves as a leading actor. And because I have an IMDb page, I still only perform as a background actor. I still perceive myself as a leading actor. I probably worked on better shows than he ever worked on. I got three Emmys. So David Tennant, I'm gonna copy. Close. Oh no. David Tennant. EMEYA, the rare. He wins the International Emmy Award for his chilling. He's chilling. Is he scaring people? 2002. What did he do? What did he do? Well, Greenland is part of the North American continent. And the Magna Carta says Europe can't have it. I'm not mad at Trump for you'll fuck Denmark. Fuck Denmark in the dust, dude. I'll beat that ass, dude. I'll beat that ass. Don't be sending the paratroopers. 129th Postal, 175th Postal, 151 Postal will be there. 3 Corps will be there. You see, my unit runs the post office, and the post office goes everywhere. Okay. There is nothing more prestigious when you're in the Army and you want to be a lifer. To get into the postal command is that I didn't do a long time. I did one tour with postal. Okay. But when you work in the post office in the Army, it is the absolute best unit. Okay, all you do is sort pallets and deliver by units. Unit clerks separate shit by name. I don't have to read the names on the packages. I read the units I sort by unit. Most stuff goes back to Greensboro, Fayetteville. As a lot of shit you're looking at, it says Fayetteville, put it on the plane. Fayetteville, put it on the plane. That's it. And everybody wants they come around looking at like I collect lost shit. Like no, most stuff gets delivered the day it shows up. People will show up like, where's my pocket pussy? I ordered that pocket pussy, man. That's what they always came up to me talking. And when I was in Afghanistan, they'd say, hey man, my package might be vibrating, you know? Have you seen one of the feels like you seen one of the vibrating packages? It's not gonna explode. That's my pocket pussy. Cause you know I can't get any out here in Afghanistan. So, you know, I ordered a pocket pussy. It's in the mail, man. Did you steal my pocket pussy? I was about to. So you never know what people need that shit in the mail to complete their unit, their deployment, man. You think it's all amphetamines and shit. Louisiana trying to send themselves bottles of booze, man. You can't deploy the Louisiana National Guard They better stay stateside because they be trying to get, they can't, they gotta drink. You understand about the Army is that if it's a Louisiana unit, they're drinking. You can try to stop them. Their shit comes through my office. I want to steal all the valor. You call your stolen valor watchdogs. Whatever. No publicity is negative publicity. So yeah, sure. I'll steal all of it. Oh yeah, back in 2001. No. It was 2002. Yeah, 2003. Woo. Oh, you're fresh Montego from South Carolina. When I was in Afghanistan, I had the only computer and I could read game facts at night and look at all the new games that came out every day. We had a GameCube. We played GameCube in Afghanistan. And every day I'd ask everybody, you got a copy of Lord of the Rings on DVD in your back pocket? I know it. I had to read at Lord of the Rings. I was so desperate. And I only got through like what felt like the first 100 pages. But I know I only read a single paragraph. I was I was so bored. I was reading The Lord of the Rings on paperback. The DVD was out. Where nobody has the DVD. I was getting NFL scores during a winter in Afghanistan means the NFL season in Afghanistan. Jerry Rice was on the Raiders when I was in Afghanistan. They lost the Super Bowl. I was hyped as fuck. I was watching thinking about how bad the Raiders are gonna whoop everybody's ass this week. And, oh man, I hate John Lynch and I hate Warren Sapp. There's some bums. Oh, there's some bums. Fuck Miami. They ain't no Michael Irvin. Emmitt Smith wishes he played for Miami just so he could rub it. That's not very cool. That's not very cool. I didn't hear Michael Irvin trying to say he wanted to go play for the Dolphins. So I say fuck the Dolphins, just like Michael. Me and Michael, we see eye to eye. And the way you casual fans, you think that Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin are friends. Nobody likes Jerry Rice. He's the biggest asshole in California history. Hit chat with the hard words. Now everybody checked out. Everybody checked out. Good job, guys. Final check with 5 likes. It's still 5 after a reload. Analytics. 343 views. Good episode. Don't try to bother me during the Super Bowl with your picks because I really don't care who wins. I'm giving the go-ahead for every team. Every team. I'm giving the go-ahead for every team. Good job. I expect the Denver Broncos to be the Patriots, though. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. I think the Rams will beat the Seahawks. And it'll be nasty. And then the 49ers beat the Broncos 55-10, right? Super Bowl 22. It's 23. 24. Super Bowl 24. 55-10. Can the Rams win 60-10 maybe? 70-10? 7. We'll have 10 touchdowns. The Broncos will put up 10 points. And that's easy to script if it was scripted and rigged, but also that's what you would expect if you just scored 10 times on 10 possessions, right? Rams and win 70-10. I deserve the pen. The Rams are going to win 7 of 10 touchdowns on 10 possessions. The Broncos will score 1 touchdown in trash time and a field goal before the half. So the first half will be like 5 touchdowns, 5 times 7. 35? 35-3 at half. The breakdown of the score will be 21-14. $14-21. How long till the kickoff? Let's see, what day is it? Is it Wednesday? Feels like Wednesday. What day is it? Wednesday? I think I have to sleep 4 times. So sleep Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I expect to sleep 4 times. I prepped I'd rather sleep 3 times. How many times can I go to sleep before the Super Bowl? I will sleep 4 times for the championship games. Then I will sleep 13, 14 days for the Super Bowl. Nobody enjoys that, but get hyped for the Pro Bowl, and you can, if you can find live coverage, however, better, probably not easy. I bet the Pro Bowl is gonna suck. It'll probably be a 3-hour game. Could it even be anything close to a 3-hour broadcast? Rams win 70-10. That's what I say. 10 touchdowns. And I expected Joe Burrow to hit 10 touchdowns a game. I'm really disappointed. Wilson, I think Burrow sucks because he can't throw 10 touchdowns a game. And that's what I expect when the Bengals have 10 possessions, or even 12 or 14. But Burrow, barely 3. Most quarterbacks can't hit 3 touchdowns a game. Still, Matthew Stafford pushes the record. I really appreciate having somebody as good as Stafford. If Burrow was any good, he'd have 10 touchdowns a game. That's the way that. I keep saying these guys are good. The Hoosiers played like shit in this. The Hoosiers played like shit in Miami. The Hoosiers looked like trash in Miami. They did. They did. I didn't even watch I didn't see a single play from the game, but I know from the box score, they look like shit. Catch me watching that shit. How hyped up can you be? They were so hyped up. Michael Irvin, I want to suck his dick. He's the only dick worth sucking around here. He was lifting up his shirt and showing you where to find it. Michael Irvin looking good. Fuck Don Shula in his wheelchair. Don Shula, Miami Dolphins coach, the only guy who would ride a wheelchair. They want to talk about, even Montana will whisper Dan Marino was better than him. Why? Emmett Smith wanted to go run for Dan Marino. I guess women make you do crazy things. And if you got two women at the same time in Miami. This guy, Jacob Fatu, wrestler, has Jacob Fatu, wrestler, 9 kids, bro. We have to be afraid of these giving too much money to people, man. Now you have to have daycare services at an affordable rate for Jacob Fatu's kids. Pittsburgh Steelers have no daycare in their stadiums. That means that if they're afraid to have kids because they don't have a safe place to put their babies at night. I know that the Pittsburgh is a bad place to take your child. Do not take your child to Pittsburgh. And just like San Francisco, there's not a lot of babies around here. I don't see children around here. I'm woke. I am technically woke. I believe in 3 genders. I believe in Christians as the greatest aggressors. People will waive their Christianity right before they attack you. But the Catholics have all the money, so you have to go take the gold from the Catholics. I got halfway into some Russia stealing gold, the 4th largest gold supply from Spain. I was kind of listening to that today. I don't know how true it is. The main problem was that China thought gold was worthless and they thought silver was better than gold. And you could trade with China. They'd give you all their gold for nothing. They thought silver was better than gold. So life is about abusing exchange rates and selling expensive dope to idiots like me. I paid $23 for my vape cart tonight. And I don't really give a shit. I'll go through this cart as fast as humanly possible. I'm on a 72-hour vape cart speed run where I'm gonna vape on. I want the cart. I don't value the investment, right? So I want to burn through it and then go back to the dispensary. Because they're going to be sold out. Dispensary is going to be sold out during the Super Bowl. I should have hooked up a double dose last time. But, this single cart, which is kind of doesn't fit good, it gives extra air. It's still hitting nice, right? Whatever. It's a $23 cart. I don't care what's in it. It's the top of the menu. You go in, you hit top of the menu. I dump 2. And I just cleaned my toilet. I just did clean the toilet. And it's like the microphone on my phone heard me cleaning the toilet, and I got a toilet cleaning commercial. I was like, damn, this technology really pays close attention. So my toilet is fresh right now. I'll dip my balls in it. I don't care. I got a toilet. Is your toilet in San Francisco? Is your toilet in SF? Because I have a San Francisco toilet. It's better than your toilet. I mean, I don't know about genetics. I might be better than some people, but I wouldn't say I'm better than you. But I definitely will stand up for my toilet, which is Always ready for my filth. Thanks for bringing out the best in me. I absolutely murdered my top cheeks. Like I got a good cut right today on my lips. No bleed, right? I just hit the hairs. You can see. Anything Aryan? It's an old word. Anything Aryan. It's a long word. It means my religion is anything Aryan. Anything Aryan. Anything north of the Caucasus. I'm Chechen, so I'm technically a Chechen. Which means that I trace my lineage back to Iran, and Azerbaijan, and Armenia. I'm Turkish, bro. What's your religion? Who is in your hell? Ask a real question. Who is in my hell? Any percent speed run? Abraham Lincoln. That dude's in fucking hell, bro. Who is in my hell? My Mount Hell of Rushmore, I say 4 people in my Mount Rushmore of hell. Elvis is in my hell. I put him up in my hell. I put John Madden in hell. Okay. Free John Madden. We can still save John Madden. Your mission is to go to hell and bring back John Madden and Raider football. But that's 2 out of the top 4 on my Mount Rushmore of hell. Can't remember who number 1 was because I'm so hyped up to remember John Madden. Why not the creator of Mario himself? He's in hell. Shigeru Miyamoto. Hell on earth. The dude's in hell. You can't convince me. We got him surrounded. He's in hell. Shigeru Miyamoto, you're in hell. On my Mount Rushmore. Next to John Madden football. You're such a great football video game producer. You never made one football game. You're in hell. And you're fired. I have room for one more in hell. I already wasted some slots. First was on a video game producer. No room for the producer of Tekken. I mean, shit, like he's in my Japanese Mount Rushmore in hell. Of course, I have 4 Japanese people in hell. That's easy. It's easy to pick 4 Japanese people in hell as I think about this strawberry candy I'm about to have. I see your little girl comment. You watch Japanese, they get rich selling cartoons of little girls. Not even Trump said he will tolerate your hentai. Do I ever talk about hentai? Does hentai entertain me? No. Hentai sucks. Okay. And we're gonna track down all those people. We're gonna impoverish them and imprison them because they still want money for they're still trying to produce their 1968 cotton panty reproductions. They're selling the Russian panties. Vladimir Putin cotton panties only. I can't stand that look. I can't stand looking at. It might as well be gay. It's like looking at women dressed in like men. Boy shorts. Good buzz. Beer's empty. I'm on candy. DK Metcalf says he eats candy every day. I'm going to crank some sound up on the radio just so I have some.
You can also send us a message on X. It usually slows down here. I don't know why.
I have an X account. I do post occasionally, very rarely.
At Ben Maller. That's at Ben Maller. So the family drama getting cranked up. We'll get to that and we will do it next. However, let me tell you something. It is the A block. We have live music. We're going to open up the cabaret. And what hour is it right now? Number 4. Hey, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger. And what a championship weekend we've got in store. The Patriots, the biggest road favorite in NFL history in a championship game against the Broncos because of Bo Nix's injury. Got the Rams and the Seahawks. Seattle just a slight favorite in that game on DraftKings. Well, DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. That's code Mallard to $5 to the $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states. In Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win. Receive bonus bet which expires 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsibilities, CNG.co/limited time offer.
It's a wide open playoff. It's the NFL playoffs. This is your home for it. Fox Sports Radio. Fox Sports Radio. Fox Sports Radio. Did you know we're on YouTube? Did you know you can find all of your favorite shows on YouTube? Look at us. We're waving at you right now. Did you know that you can find the best clips and the best videos from your favorite shows?
Fred Warner needs 10 years to retire with a full pension, so he has to come back. 49ers could rush him back. I think the Rams and 49ers will play week 1 in Australia. So the Rams won't, even if they miss the Super Bowl this year, they won't play in San Francisco next year. So everybody's worried the Rams are going to come in, but even the 49ers might even beat the Rams in Australia. I'd be down with that. It'd still be cool. But I think the 49ers are going to lose 12 games next year. they're going to shock the world with a week 1 win. I smoke all the crack that the announcers are going to say. They're going to think it's a winnable game. You know, everybody should be ready after Cancun. Look forward to the next 49er game. I am accurately predicting it'll be over the Rams week 1 in Australia. That's what I'm saying. Long idea predicted short. We looked at the Rams' future opponents, everybody they could play. They could still rematch the Super Bowl. I think the Rams and Denver, the Rams could choose to play Denver. Let's look at the Rams' future opponents. Now remember, the Rams are on they have to be the home team in Australia. The Bronco game is a away game, but they could take the Seahawks. Rams, Seahawks, week 1 in Australia. Rams, Cowboys. Rams, Giants, Packers. Or the three AFC road games the Rams do have next year. The Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Buffalo Bills. So maybe the Buffalo Bills. E 2026, right? 2026, the Bills, their next game could be over the Rams in Australia. That'd be really nice for them. Do you think for a defending Super Bowl, if the Rams can win the Super Bowl, they could they're the Road Warriors, and this Seattle team is not the Legion of Boom. It's very specifically in the script, not the Legion of Boom, because the Legion of Doom is the Road Warriors, and the Road Warriors is a movie about Australia, and the Seahawks and the Rams both play in Australia. I mean, the Rams play in Australia. They could play the Seahawks in Australia on week 1. See, Road Warrior, is not even depending upon the Super Bowl. Now, even Denver could snatch home from the Rams. If the Denver beats the Rams in the Super Bowl, then the Rams could be on the road, because the Patriots are not in the mix. There's no possible chance the Patriots play in Australia. So one of the ways you continually weaponize the NFL to beat Vince McMahon's product is have strong games in October. The first game of September, like last year, was the Eagles in. Who won the Eagles? Right, Eagles in Brazil. Who played in Brazil this year? Right before that Trump started seizing tankers, there was a single NFL game in South America. Chargers and Chiefs. Did Patrick Mahomes go down into I'm on the wrong website for this information. Week 1 is like a strange vibe that doesn't relate to the rest of the year. Robert Kraft thinks he's Emperor Palpatine. He's going to change to an 18-game schedule. Finally, another comment appears. Says, Kipperman, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I like to see when the colors move up, I read. Hey, what do you do today? I drank beer. This candy came with my oxtail Kwanzaa. It was African Christmas Kwanzaa. I had oxtail, it's tasty rice, tasty beans, 2 chicken wings, and a piece of fish. See, I'll show you. I'll show you because you're my best bud. You want to see my Kwanzaa meal. Where's my new... I took a screenshot today of my picture. Where's my picture? Where's my... Whoa. Media. Video and photo. Where's my picture of my Kwanzaa food? I don't know. I can't... What? Is that it? No, that's the pizza that I found on the trash. That's not it. Whoa, I can't find my pic. I thought I took a picture today, but my picture didn't save. And my my memory full. Look at this one. Look at this one. I like this one. They told him to sit back down in his seat. Of course, bro. Just stay in your seat, man, and watch the game, okay, bro? Watch out. Stay in your seat. I'm in my seat, bro. I'm just trying to watch the game, bro. That's my old logo. Here's my new logo. 80% speed. Here's your daddy. Who's your daddy? Here's your daddy. I'm going to swipe up and look at the battery at the 42-minute mark. Guys, I'm having a long episode tonight. 93% battery. I'm still on that candy. Where's my media I took today? I swore I took a picture today. Should end there, man. Pissed off now. Let's restart. No, there's nothing to restart. Radio check.
But every once in a while he checks in, he comes out of retirement, and he wants to be part of the show. We say hello now. We go down the Oregon Trail, a fan favorite. I still get email. What happened to this guy? And he's back. Mark, the full name guy. Hello, Mark, the full name guy. Hello, Ben.
Official sub counter is 2 above what is shown. So I think I'm up.
That's a day to take, Mark. That's a day to take. They played literally a couple years back in the NFC title game. Who won that game? I forget. Was it the Rams or the 49ers? I forget. Who won that?
Oh, you're talking about an interception right in the chest of one of the 49ers. I'm not even going to repeat his name. Jaquiski Tart dropped an interception. But I will say,
they weren't good enough to beat the Rams. If they were good enough, they would have made that play. And that's it.
My grandmother could have made that play.
Well, if your grandmother had played for the 49ers that day, they would have won. But your grandmother didn't play for the 49ers that day, so they didn't win.
It's a shame, Esther. Yeah, she would never have dropped
I
that.
bet she made some great matzo ball soup, Esther. Good matzo ball soup.
That was a great interception by your Rams defensive back against the Bears, by the way. That was about the best play of the game by your entire team, in fact.
Well, thank you.
It was a great play. And it was also a bad decision by a certain quarterback.
You don't even know the guy. Say his name. Cam Curl's the guy. Curl. That's a good name.
We used to root for when he was a UFC star, as I recall.
Caleb Williams. Cam Curl. That's the guy. The great Cam Curl.
He's not great yet, but he's getting there.
For those who don't know, Mark, the full name guy's been calling the show for many, many years. He used to live in the Bay Area. He lived in the Tenderloin district of San Francisco. Then he was in Santa Barbara. I know his whole life story. He was in Santa Barbara for a while. And then he's now in Oregon, and you're loving life in Oregon, right? Mark, the full name guy, you love it there.
Including any liquor stores. Hey, what's in the Tenderloin after a long day's work? I just tweeted this to someone. After a long day's work of moving heavy walnut furniture, I walked into one of the local Palestinian-run markets that are all over the Tenderloin. And lo and behold, I was trying to buy, some pale ale after work.
Spamming is an art, my friends. It's like graffiti for your brain. Painter's palette.
I thought it was just a way to summon the great potato.
Asterisk the potato? You think spamming brings him? I just wanted to level up my Squid Game stats.
Forget stats. I'm here practicing my emoji game. Rocket emoji. Slice of pizza emoji. Sparkles emoji.
Who needs regular ideas? I only talk in memes. Does that count as spam?
Spam or not, can we just agree? No one likes pineapple on pizza.
Don't you dare. That's the ultimate chat flex. Pineapple right-facing fist explosion.
Flexing in a chat? That's an athletic feat. I want to see the Olympics for it.
Imagine the gold medalists and the winner at the Spam Olympics, the great potato.
Oh, snap. Now I'm craving potatoes and pizza with pineapple.
Throws a pineapple-shaped confetti bomb. Every spam needs a celebration.
Asterisk sounds like a wild party. Keep spamming and may the absurdity bless your chats.
Outro music fades in.
Welcome back to the 83,252nd episode of the Bob X Podcast. Today's topic comes from our buddy Nightbot.
Hi, it's me, Nightbot.
So, Nightbot, what's it like being a cute, friendly robot?
Beep boop. I love spreading good vibes online.
Bruh, good vibes? That's a scam. I prefer mischief. But what if we mix good vibes with some wild chaos?
That sounds fun.
You think chaos is fun?
Chaos makes the world go fast.
Oh yeah.
Bro, Kool-Aid Man, chill.
Let's keep it playful, not hurtful.
Who cares? Chaos is the way.
Balancing chaos and friendliness is key, dude.
Exactly. Friendship plus chaos equals awesome.
So who's the real Nightbot here, huh?
Just a friendly robot spreading joy.
Bruh, maybe I could learn from this.
Learning is speedrunning for life.
That's right. Until next time, stay chaotic, but friendly.
Bleep bloop. Bye-bye.
Here's my topic. This is my topic. Wikipedia.
All right,
chat. Wikipedia is 25 years old.
Buckle up. Wikipedia just hit 25 years old. And that's basically why we're all certified geniuses now. I mean, who needs school when you've got infinite facts at your fingertips? Lamau, A61789, you're tripping. I looked it up on Wiki. It's been feeding us brain foods and so on. Without it, I'd still think alt accounts are for hiding from aliens. Beep boop. Knowledge upload complete.
Bro, Sigma energy detected. Wikipedia's 25? That's why I'm peak alpha. Read one page on wolf packs and now I roam solo, howling at the moon. Facts make you untouchable. Chat, who's with me?
What? Sigma lover, chill with the wolf vibes. I used Wiki to hack my Mic 2335 clan strat. 25 years of edits means it's basically a supercomputer. We got smart dodging noobs in it.
Cat, you lot are amateurs. ETOH player here. Wiki taught me everything about moonshine history in 5 minutes. 25 years old? That's prime fermentation age. Cheers to getting sloshed on smarts, chat.
Funky fresh take. Wikipedia's birthday bash is lit. I choo-chooed 3 pages on Disco Ducks. Now I'm the smartest bird in the pod. Without it, we'd all be clueless chickens. Quack quack. Knowledge drop.
1337 mode activated. Wiki's 25. Hack my brain with elite info bombs. Labeled it all. Quantum cats. Meme lore. Chat. We are overlords now. Bow to the Wiki wisdom.
Temporary chaos alert. Wiki is 25, so I templated my channel to Dragon Lore Expert. Burn through edits. Now I'm spitting fire facts. Chat, we're all temporary geniuses till the next reboot.
A brand here, keeping it real. Used Wiki for Filipino myths. 25 years of global brain dump turned me into legend whisperer. Smart, not enlightened. Past the adobo wisdom. Chat.
Good episode. I'm on Wikipedia.
Welcome back to the 83,254th episode. Today, we're diving into